Hey, Scruffy. Oh, wow. Stopped raining. Oh. Oh, wow. You're really going in. Can't see you. Where'd you go? You did a complete circle there. That's kind of a first. Okay, well. So, let's see. I got food on the table. Glove on. And sit in the chair. So it looks like, yeah, the rain is gonna start winding down. It was actually supposed to stop, I think originally it was supposed to rain today, and then the forecast changed and it said it wasn't going to rain. But we ended up getting kind of random showers every now and then through the day, even though the forecast kept saying it was not raining. So I was actually thinking about going out today, but it kept raining, even though the weather thing said it was not raining. But I was actually pretty sore from the other day when I went running, and then I went for a bike ride yesterday, so I'm still sore. Yeah, he's looking for something. So my hands are covered in rotisserie chicken because I was. So I bought another chicken at the store the other day, but I put it in the refrigerator. I was planning to put it in the freezer, and then I just didn't get around to it. So I finally did that. But my hands are all messy now because it was splitting up the meat and taking the skin off and putting the scraps in the separate bags. And so I have chicken that I'm freezing for myself, and then I got scraps and freezing for Scruffy. And I didn't wash my hands, so I probably smell like rotisserie chicken. So it's probably distracting Scruffy. It was cold rotisserie chicken, so I didn't think it would have that much of a scent to it. But it's probably all defrosted on my, or warm on my skin now, so it's probably starting to smell. I thought it'd be easier to handle. Ooh, coming up. So I thought it'd be easier to handle cold, but actually my hands are getting numb trying to handle the cold chicken. So a lot of times I'll do it right when I get home and the chicken's still hot, and the chicken's too hot to deal with. Hard to get in bags. It's a lot easier to get the skin off and the fat and some of the scraps. It's easier to tear off the meat from the bones and when it's hot. So anyway, yeah, the weather forecast shows, I think we're supposed to get 1 or 2 more days of dry weather, and then it's going to rain one more day, and then after that it looks like the forecast starts flaring up. So their rains might be coming to an end. Fortunately, it looks like it's going to cool down again. So it was kind of weird. It actually kind of warmed up. Scruffy's looking at the food. I think Scruffy's hungry. Yeah, the rotisserie chicken smell's probably driving him nuts. Saying, "Oh, I can smell the food. You're torturing me. Give me the food." I'm gonna give him this food a little early, but do another minute or a couple minutes here. Don't want to spoil him too much. He's not completely tamed yet. Been at this for over 2 years now. It's taken a really long time. So I don't know. It's a probably two and a quarter years. So it started in the summertime. Remember, it was really hot. And that was the fires in the area were out of control. So that was the year I had to stay indoors a lot. And then that's when my air conditioning broke down too. So that was miserable. Couldn't open the windows because the air quality was terrible. Couldn't go outside because the air quality was terrible. But the house was like an oven. The heat was so bad. And the power went out a few times too. I think I'll give Scruffy his food a little early. I think he's hungry. Oh, wow. Okay, let's get your food. So, let's see. Oops. Okay, having trouble getting the brush. Looks like he's about to dodge the brush there. Yeah, sometimes he freaks out about the brush. I'm not sure why that is, especially now that we've been doing this for over 2 years. And it seems like if I let him see the bristles of the brush, then he really freaks out. So when he starts dodging it, I gotta get it on him really quick before he sees the bristles, and then he freaks out even more. And then I usually have problems for the next few days brushing him if he does that. So, let's see. Yeah, I don't think I got much footage of Scruffy. Just at lunch. He was on the table this afternoon, but at lunch, yeah, it was kind of a quick, normal lunch. The chair was wet, so I think I was distracted. So at first I was standing up because I couldn't sit on the chair, and then as he was eating, I was grabbing the towel and wiping off the chair so I could sit down. To Scruffy's credit, he was not distracted by me wiping off the chair. I thought maybe he'd get freaked out because I think the other day when I was wiping off the chair, he got freaked out. But yeah, he's too hungry, I think. He's too focused on the food. Hey, Scruffy. No, it's not soaked here. Chair's wet though. So I think the rain is going to start lightening up. I think it's supposed to stop for the next few days. Put your water down. Oops. Tonight's dinner is meaty pate with real ocean whitefish, kibble, and one rotisserie chicken scraps. So this is the end of the meaty pate can, so tomorrow I have to crack open a new flavor. I think tomorrow we're going to be on the hearty cuts again, but I don't remember. I think so. So if I recall, the last hearty cuts, I think, was the turkey. So that would mean, I think the beef hearty cuts is next. So yeah, I still haven't gotten around to ordering more food and Chewy. Still haven't checked to see if they got more of the straw. Though it looks like Scruffy doesn't like sleeping in the shelter. It's like he'd rather sleep on top of it. But I don't know, maybe that would change if I put straw in there. Or you might make a mess though. Straw all over the deck. I don't have a good plan on keeping the straw contained. I was thinking maybe I'll just put a barrier of painter's tape or something at the bottom of the box, kind of create a kind of a way to seal in the bottom of the box, sort of like a flap, so the straw doesn't easily fall out. Let's see. Let's get the straw first. So yeah, it's going to cool down according to the forecast, although it will still be warmer than the coldest parts of this winter, so we're not. Doesn't look like we're going to get near freezing. So I don't know if Scruffy's going to be motivated to go in the shelter unless it gets really, really cold. And even then, Scruffy doesn't seem to be bothered. So I tried to get my sleeping schedule a little bit back closer to normal. So I went to sleep earlier last night and I took a sleeping pill trying to reset myself. Unfortunately, I still woke up late, so I went to sleep earlier, but I ended up sleeping in longer. And then because of the sleeping pill, I was drowsy all day. So I feel kind of like crap today. First sleeping pill I've taken in a while. I think Scruffy's almost done. I think he was hungry. I see some meat, pate under the balls. But yeah, he's eating. Actually, no, I fed him earlier, so that's. I was looking at the time and I thought he's eating pretty fast, but yeah, I forgot I fed him earlier. So he's probably about average. When I put the rotisserie chicken in there, though, it slows him down quite a bit. I'm kind of surprised. I think he probably has to stop and chew each bit of chicken separately from the pate and kibble. I try to cut it down, or tear it up, or cut it down into smaller pieces. But even then, it looks like it slows them down. I could try cutting it even smaller, but I'm kind of lazy. Yeah, speaking of lazy, yeah, I still haven't started my new batch of soup. So I was thinking I might do vegetable prep today, but yeah, didn't even come close to it. I guess it's a miracle I even took care of the chicken. So the chicken's done. So the chicken's all moved in the bags and put in the freezer. So, but that was the easy part. Still took a while. And then yeah, I wasn't able to isolate as many chicken scraps because the chicken was cold and it wasn't separating from the bones. And my fingers were getting numb trying to manage the chicken, so I said screw it and put a lot of the bones in the bag and just froze them. And maybe when I get around to eating it, maybe I'll separate it better and then give it to Scruffy. But so I'm trying to remember. I think tomorrow is supposed to be dry, and then the following day is supposed to get rain. although I'm not sure how much. So as I said today, we weren't supposed to get any rain, and it just kind of spontaneously got rain every now and then. And when it did, it came down hard enough that I could hear it inside the house. The chair was wet at lunch, but it's dry right now, so I think the worst is over, at least for now. I think the weather forecast they still flash a flood warning. But I'm not expecting much rain. So what will be interesting to see is when they open the park where I go biking finally. So one of the longest closures they've had in quite a while. So yeah, 2 years ago when I started this with Scruffy, yeah, that summer it was really bad. They closed the park a lot during the summer because of fire danger. And I remember there was a multi-week, like maybe three, I think three, almost, yeah, I think it was 3 weeks or something, almost a month. They just completely closed it continuously. Other days they would, kind of play it by ear. So it was, some days they'd open it, some days they would close it. Usually, if the temperature got above a certain temperature, then they just close it. And then if it was under a certain temperature for I think 2 days straight, then they'd reopen it. So the first day where it cools down, they wouldn't necessarily reopen it, but the second day after, they would reopen it. But yeah, I don't remember them closing it for this long in the winter before. So on my alternate route, they're near with the old back entrance of the park. Yeah, they actually put up one of those emergency electronic road signs that can post messages, text messages, or change the text to warn drivers. And yeah, they warning that there was a mudslide in the area. I guess closing or affecting one of the roads. I didn't actually come across which road had the mudslide. Yeah, I'm not sure where Scruff was going. Moving in strange ways today. I think it's the rotisserie chicken smell. It's making him act funny. Got a lot of food tonight, so I don't think he should be complaining. Yep. Okay, he looks satisfied, so he's leaving. Okay, folks, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.